I'm on Zillow looking at houses like I always do, and I'm literally about to crash out.
Abe, this thing over here is literally crying while recording itself in a car. Yeah. Let me see if I can guess this thing's politics. Let's see. You look like a dude in makeup. You probably got a female penis. You they, them, huh? Definitely libtard. Crashing out over here, upset that a cardboard house is going to cost $1 million and lamenting the fact that, oh my God, Ziz, me and my lesbian partner will never be able to own a house in the future. Yeah, that's because of your dumb, stupid, suicidal politics, right? You libtard, you white guilt-having son of a bitch, telling everybody, no humans illegal, especially if they're brown, all right? Not them Europeans, they can't come in here. The Browns, you care so much about brown people, huh? No borders, no wall, no USA at all, that type of nonsense? Yeah. Well, that's why a house is costing $1 million today, you dumb idiot. Yeah, don't feel at all bad for you. I hope you get crushed out. Who do I feel bad for? Well, the people who understood that this was a scam the entire time. The people who were like, yeah, you know, letting in 20, 30, we don't even know. I got a weird suspicion the 20 million number is real low. Letting in 20 million people who hate us into this country under the cover of darkness while telling everybody the border is super duper for serial secure. Yeah. Those people screaming that that's a bad idea, and now they've got to work 2 jobs so they can pay taxes so illegal aliens can buy Doritos. Yeah. Yeah. That's the powder keg I'm concerned about right here. Here you got this poor woman. It's 2 a.m. It's 7-Eleven. And she's being accosted in Spanish by 2 goofballs spending her money. Spending her money. Yeah, you want to see an American Revolution? You go and get one, but it's going to be on the back of this over here. These idiots over here, she's probably just going to wine box crash out. But this is what I'm concerned about. So she's 2 a.m. 2 a.m. And these customers are yelling at her. And so she goes, look at this. She goes, look at this. Look at they have purchased. It's just, this thing is longer than her arm. The receipt's longer than her arm of junk food. They don't speak English. They're yelling at her. They're calling her a white racist. And they're buying Snicker bars. And then on the bottom, she says, this is all paid for with EBT. Paid for with EBT. Guess how much money they have on their balance after doing all of this? Yeah. $3,000. $3,000.
So you motherfuckers that come into this fucking country and treat us like shit, I hope they bounce you out of this country.
She's got to go to work after this job over here. She got 2 jobs so illegal aliens can get $3,000+ a month in free money to buy crap with. Huge problem. Huge problem. This is going to kick off a gigantic issue. It's already in motion. So be prepared. Also, be prepared for this coming winter and get yourself a bearskin hoodie. All right, everybody, listen up. All right. If you're sitting there going, what the hell do I get the guy in my life for Christmas? What does he want? Skip the socks, skip the underwear, skip the wallet, skip the gift card. This year, get him something he'll actually use. Something like this right here. Boom, you should get him a bearskin hoodie. These hoodies are built for serious cold weather. It's got 340 GSM of bearskin fleece, 10 legit pockets. It's got a muscular fit. It even zips right into that heavy storm rain jacket they got to turn into a full winter waterproof piece of armor. Whether he's hiking, whether he's into traveling, or he just hates being cold, this is the last hoodie you'll ever need. And the best part, Bearskin is running their biggest deal of the year, 60% off for Christmas with extended returns, plus free U.S. shipping from their Kentucky warehouse. So here's how you get yours. Text SALTY to 36912. That's SALTY to 36912, and they'll shoot you a link right over to your phone to lock in that deal. And when you shop with Bearskin, you're not just giving a killer gift, you're also supporting the Fallen Outdoors and the Hope for Warriors Veterans programs. So this Christmas, don't give him another stocking filler. Get him a bearskin hoodie. Now, of course, dumb libtards are going to say, hey, leave our marginalized, oppressed BIPOC migrants alone. They're the economic cogs to this American engine. No, they're not. They're complete. Again, here you go. This woman's got to work 2 jobs They don't have to work any jobs. She's not going to get $3,000 a month in food stamps. She speaks English. She's paying for these idiots' food stamps. They keep screaming, leave our poor Somali, Minnesotan refugees alone, right? They are the cultural fabric of Minnesota. They're what's making Minnesota great. No, they're not. They're a complete economic drain. It's just math. Here's Rapid Response 47. And look at these numbers. You have Minnesota. It is importing welfare leeches. Welfare leeches. They bring nothing to the table. They only take from the table. Then they take the table. More than half, 52% of the children in Somali immigrant homes in Minnesota live in poverty, compared to 8% of the children native-headed homes in poverty. More than half. More than half in poverty. So they're the economic cogs, right? The Somali community in Minnesota, they're totally for cereals needed for the economy of Minnesota. Meanwhile, more than half of the children are in poverty. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. 1 in 8 children in poverty in Minnesota lives in a Somali immigrant house. About 39% of working-age Somalis have no high school diploma, compared to just 5% of natives. No. But again, these are the people that are most needed in Minnesota. Among working-age adult Somalis who've lived in the U.S. for more than 10 years, half of them still can't speak English very well. Yeah. You're going out of your way to not learn a language. You're in a place for a decade. You are going out of your way to not assimilate. But again, they're that important to the cultural fabric of Minnesota. The people who don't want to assimilate, or at least half of them. Nearly every Somali household with children, 89% receives some form of welfare. 89% of the households with children, which turns out to be 70%. 70% of this group that you've imported into this country, they need welfare. Yeah. It's a complete and utter lie that these people are necessary for the economic success of this place. And again, that's what this dumb tard will tell you. That's what this dumb moron posts on social media. It's what this dumb idiot regurgitates and reposts on social media. You're a dumb twat. And you are crashing out the American future for a whole generation plus of people because you're stupid and you're afraid of being called a racist. Being a weak, white, liberal chick, you're selling out a generation plus of Americans. They're never going to own a house. You've imported, again, these are not people, we're not benefiting from this. America's not benefiting from this. We're not getting to a more prosperous position by bringing in people who 70% of them need handouts. And then they're completely disrespectful. They hate this country. They hate white people. They hate Americans. They're completely entitled. It's 2 a.m. and they're harassing a 7-Eleven employee. She's probably 50 plus years old and she's got 2 jobs. She's paying for all of their food, working 2 jobs, getting the life squeezed out of her while these illegal aliens are buying Snicker bars. Just goes on and on and on, on and on and on, on and on and on. 81% of Somali families in Minnesota are on welfare versus 21%. Whether it's any welfare, just straight cash, we just straight handing. We bring people in from the third world who hate us, won't assimilate, and then we just give them cash. That's why the American people in their 50s are working 2 jobs. That's why you can't get a house, idiot. By the way, go look at how many grants these illegal aliens and these immigrants and these refugees and asylum. Go look at how much the Fed is giving them to buy a house. You wonder why you can't get a house? Well, a Somali family just got an apartment down the street for 2 years free rent because the taxpayer's paying for it. So now all of these landlords are watching. 2 years, they ain't got to worry about evicting somebody. They ain't got to worry about somebody missing a payment. They got no hassle. The government just cuts them a check. So now every single renter goes, oh, well, okay. Well, I'll just rent to the government for 2 years. Bam. All of that off the market now. Supply and demand through the roof. through the roof. Your prices are going to continue to fly through the roof. It's not Trump's fault. It's not my fault. It's your fault and your policies. That's why you're having this problem, you dumb twat. You'll never see it because you're a stupid libtard. And you're afraid. You're afraid to point any of this out because you'll be called a racist. Meanwhile, you're being destroyed. You're being destroyed. Congratulations. Well, the rest of us ain't going down with you. No, you left-tards want to be suicidal. That's fine. But no, I'm with the 7-Eleven chick over here. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching the video. Check out today's sponsor, Bearskin, and then make way because the salt must flow.